a gander at the international news. China warns US of heavy price for backing Taiwan's independence as Biden's defense team lands in Taiwan. China on Tuesday warned the US that it will pay a heavy price for its attempts to show support to Taiwan's independence as a delegation of ex-American defense officials dispatched by President Joe Biden landed in Taiwan. Cash strap, Egypt hikes Suez Canal transit fees for ships. Cash strap, Egypt increased transit fees Tuesday for ships passing through the Suez Canal, one of the world's most crucial waterways, with hikes of up to 10%, officials said. Now, let us move on to the national news. Hardeep Singh Puri heads for Budapest to overseas evacuation. Union Minister Hardeep Singh Puri left for Budapest on March 1st to overseas evacuation of Indians from Ukraine through its border crossing with Hungary, all set to bring back our young students back home safely. Indian students crosses Ukraine border, waits for flight home. Rahul Gupta will never forget the last day of February in 2022 because it was when he stood for 18 hours in sub-zero temperature braving the snow with 26 of his friends, none of them with much to eat or drink. Now, let us switch over to the state news. STA students declared absent and failed even after writing exams. The University of Calicut on February 14th declared the results of the second semester undergraduate examinations of 2019 batch months after the evaluation process got over. A section of BA and BCom students who wrote the exams under the School of Distance Education have now complained that they have been declared failed by authorities after marking them absent. Flood-ravaged villages in Kottayam district hit by a double whammy of climate crisis. Pullakaya, a river that burst its banks to wreak havoc in the settler villages of Kuttikal and Kokkaya just 4 months ago, might sound the most unlikely place to look for an impending drought situation. Now it is time for the sports buzz. Liverpool beats Chelsea 11-10 on penalties to win League Cup. Liverpool won its first domestic final in a decade by beating Chelsea 11-10 on penalties to clinch the League Cup. Mumbai teen attempts record for batting longest days at crease for over 72 hours. Eyeing a new world record for batting, the longest Mumbai teen Siddharth Mohanty stayed at the crease for a whopping 72 hours and 5 minutes during a marathon net session, and is now waiting for the Guinness Book of World Record to recognize the feat. Now, over to the school news.
Namaste, welcome to the school news. Today we would like to portray some of the activities made by our students, and the first area you can see our students just provide water and food for the birds, especially in the summer season. We plan this kind of activity to boost the human entering side. A lot of parents and people from other side appreciated us in this. We have been doing this kind of activity for a lot of years. This started early. We had already done the news regarding this in the previous episodes. It won't be quite new to you, but the students' effort must be appreciated. That's why we showed it again. And the second part, we can see some of the girl students who just water the plants. Especially the plant, they are not ordinary plants, they are medicinal plants. So it is our medicinal garden. So please watch these activities. Namaste.
Lawrence Wilfred Lowry Baker was a British-born Indian architect renowned for his initiatives in cost-effective, energy-efficient architecture and designs that maximize space, ventilation and light, and maintained an uncluttered yet striking aesthetic sensibility. Influenced by Mahatma Gandhi and his own experiences in the remote Himalayas, he promoted the revival of regional building practices and use of local materials, and combined this with a design philosophy that emphasized the responsible and prudent use of resources and energy. He was a pioneer of sustainable architecture as well as organic architecture, incorporating in his designs even in the late 1960s Concepts such as rainwater harvesting, minimizing usage of energy, inefficient building materials, minimizing damage to the building site, and seamlessly merging with the surroundings. Due to his social and humanitarian efforts to bring architecture and designs to the common man, his honest use of materials, his belief in simplicity in design and in life, in his staunch Quaker belief in non-violence, he has been called the Gandhi of architecture. He moved to India in 1945 in part as an architect associated with the leprosy mission and continued to live and work in India for over 50 years. He became an Indian citizen in 1989 and resided in Thiruvananthapuram, Kerala from 1969 and served as the director of Coast 4, Center of Science and Technology for Rural Development, an organization to promote low-cost housing. In 1981, the Royal University of the Netherlands conferred an honor. The previous recipient of this honor in 1980 was Hassan Fat of Egypt, upon him for outstanding work in a third world country. In 1983, he was conferred with an MD, Member of the Order of the British Empire, at Buckingham Palace. In 1990, the Government of India awarded him the Padma Shri for his meritorious service in the field of architecture. In 1992, he was awarded the Roll of Honor by the United Nations. In 1988, he was granted Indian citizenship, the only honor he actively pursued in his life.
After that, now watch the mind-blowing performance of our child prodigies.
Namaste. My name is Ashwin Yes. I am third standard student. I am studying Sri Saraswati Vidyalayam. My family members are father, mother, and younger sister. My hobbies are watching TV, playing games, etc. My dream is to become a doctor. Thank you. Namaste.